6B, we have a presentation this evening on a Meadows 1 green trail proposal from the Red Wing Area Mountain Bike Organization.
Hi, I'm Jason with Jason Overman with the Red Wing Area Mountain Bike Organization, or R.A.M.B.O, and we are working on a project up in Meadow 1 of Memorial Park to sort of expand the mountain biking opportunities for kids and for beginners, and just try to make it a better place for people to learn and get the most possible utility out of the park. Let me open up my. So mountain biking in Red Wing mountain biking's been popular in Red Wing for a number of years. The trails in Memorial Park have been hand-built and maintained for, actually it's more like 20 years. I kind of underestimate how long I've been here, and it seemed like it was a long time before I got here. The current mix of trails up there are single track and some XC ski trails, and difficulty ranges from what we consider advanced beginner to expert. The trail draws hundreds of riders per year from all over. We had a trail counter out there last year and logged over 1,600 laps, which indicates quite a few people are up there taking advantage of the trails that we have up there. The trails we have now are almost exclusively in the wooded areas. That is partly by design. A lot of the trails have been sort of piggybacked on top of the existing XC ski trails, what used to be the access roads, and a lot of it is based on where the mountain bikers prefer to ride. That has provided a challenge to making stuff more accessible to kids and to beginners, because the stuff that's wooded up there, like a lot of the Midwest, if it's got trees on it, it's because it'll flip over a tractor. So it's steep enough where it can intimidate younger riders. So you combine a little bit of elevation with trees, and they don't always feel comfortable. And so it lacks what we consider a true beginner-friendly trail where you can take your kids. There are some sections that are definitely beginner-friendly, but you can't link them together in one loop. They're sort of connected by spots that are either steeper than kids are comfortable on, or too much tree cover. And we've all kind of found this as we've had several events up there where we've taken kids out on the mountain biking loops, and areas that we don't even think twice about, the kids were all locking up their brakes because they just weren't ready for it. R.A.M.B.O is as I mentioned, the Red Wing Area Mountain Bike Organization. We are a 100% volunteer organization. We are currently a chapter of IMBA, the International Mountain Bike Association, although we are in the process of getting our own 501c3 status. We're currently logging about 500 volunteer hours per year up on the trail, building, maintaining, taking care of downed trees, as well as helping out with the Friends of the Bluff on building and maintaining some trail in some other parks. We did some work on in Billings Tom for last year with them. We currently have 7 board members, approximately 30 total paying members. That's part of being an IMBA, is they sort of handle channeling members in your area into the organization. So we've got maybe 10 or 12 real active members, and the rest of them just kind of fell under our umbrella because they were in our zone. But our mission as a club is to create, promote, and sustain enjoyable mountain bike trails in Red Wing. The beginner trail proposal we have would improve an existing, about a 1/4 mile to 1 mile beginning trail in Meadow 1. It was mowed in about 3 years ago, but the fact that it was mowed made it not very easy to ride. It's very rough. That grass out there is just tough to ride over. With the plan would minimize the contact with existing walking or skiing trails, and the 2 places where it would cross would be perpendicular with nice open sight lines. The trail would be professionally built to IMBA guidelines. IMBA puts out guidelines for building sustainable trails. They know trail building better than anybody else out there. Total project cost would be approximately $25,000. R.A.M.B.O is looking to fund this 100% with private donations. We will not be seeking any public funding. Our projected opening day would be in August. with the soft opening in August, with the grand opening on October 7th for Take a Kid Mountain Biking Day. Project guidelines, we want to build a fun, flowing trail that younger riders are going to be able to get out and have some fun. Mom can sit on a bench and watch them do some loops, and they'll get more comfortable. It keeps them active. It's really just getting more kids taking advantage of the park. We would be reseeding the trail corridor after it was cut to bring the trail down to roughly 24-inch wide trail corridor, and it would all be reseeded with natural grasses after that was done. It would include updated signage, two to four more stone benches for, like I said, mom to watch or for the kids to rest and have a drink, and also some signage to highlight the trail, give basic guidelines of trail rules and safe biking, and a little bit about the club. So it would be machine built and hand finished, using something pretty much exactly like that. Takes dirt in one side and pretty much spits out finished trail behind it. It would be 24 to 36 inch wide, firm and stable tread. That's one of the other issues out there in the meadow right now is, since we haven't been able to do anything to the grade, everything is just you're riding on the side of the hill. And so what the trail does is it takes it down to a roughly 5% outslope. So you want the trail to always be shedding water all consistently along the entire trail, but you want it to be flat enough that you can ride on it. So 5% outslope is the guideline that R.A.M.B.O gives for us to help build sustainable trails. Any unavoidable obstacles would be 2 inches or less. Any avoidable obstacles, there's always going to be a beeline, so if the kids aren't comfortable riding over a little obstacle, then they can just go around it. And any bridges, although I don't think that there would be any bridges in the current plan, would be 36 inches or wider. That's just R.A.M.B.O standard for anything that's considered a beginner trail. And that's a shot of kind of what the trail would look like when it's done. Flowing trail, bank corners, low grades, rollers. We want to make it safe, beginner friendly, but we also want them to have fun. We don't want them to get bored with it. So that is a map of Meadow 1. Right now, where you can see the sort of spur at the top, that is coming in the current little spur that used to be a gate that's now 3 big rocks that takes you down on the skyline. And this is a sort of a rough estimate of where it's going to be. That's not exact final grade. We're always going to have to be flowing with the contours of the ground. The ground up there really dictates where the trail goes, because in addition to the 5-degree outslope, we don't want any more than a 2-degree down or upslope. So we always are pretty much following the contour lines to keep the trail rideable and also keep it sustainable. So in summary, the proposed trail would open up the sport of mountain biking to people that are not currently up there riding, or maybe have tried and have been intimidated. We did a quick poll at the book fair at the Anderson Center. We got 60 signatures in favor of it, where people that said, yeah, we'd love to go up there if there was stuff that was a little better for the kids. A lot of people, young families, you got to have something that everybody can ride or nobody rides it. So this means you can do more than just ride out the Hay Creek Trail again, which everybody loves riding out to Dressens for a burger, but sometimes a little variety is nice. If you can take the kids up there and do a loop, they'll have fun. So does anyone have any questions?